I recently saw a post, a campaign, a piece of content, if you will, on the Inn of Linked, which, if you're unfamiliar, is LinkedIn. And in this post, it was from a marketer, digital marketer, and it was talking about mailers, this type of content that you physically mail to someone instead of something online like an advertisement. And I think specifically it was something like a Valpak ad. Now, I live in southeastern Virginia. My guess is Valpak is something that is everywhere. And I guess what this person was questioning was a stat that they used on the packaging. And it was pretty outrageous, the number or the claim that they have. But today I'm not going to talk about that. What I want to talk about is, in the context of this, I believe either the person who posted it, and I can't remember who it was, either said this or someone commented around this. And they basically said, yeah, I mean, all people do now is digital marketing. That's the only way to win. And I get it. That might be a significant way for you to win business. But what I want you to always question and always recognize and realize is it might not work for you. Just because it works for other people doesn't mean that it's going to work for you. And that's why you have to test things. And so oftentimes I find that strategies that have nothing to do with content in the digital kind of way actually work best, right? So Valpak, you might be advertising in there, and that might be your best way to find business because everything else is cloudy. Everything else is camouflaged. If you continue to see ad after ad after ad after ad online, you start to get annoyed. Therefore, when you see an ad somewhere else, it might actually trigger where online it doesn't. And so whether it's digital marketing, whether it's physical marketing, whether it's a billboard, whether it's a mailer or whatever it might be, maybe it's an email, just try to do something that is different and is not camouflaged. You've heard me talk about this in the past. You're not competing against, your direct competition. It's you versus the world. It's you versus 4,999 other people each and every day. 4,999 other brands and businesses is what you're competing against each and every day. And so if you literally follow a campaign that's exactly like someone else, what do you expect to get? It's going to start camouflaging. And as I record this, October 16th, 2019, because you're not supposed to say 2019, you're supposed to say 2019, 2019. We're getting into that season where you're going to start seeing holiday marketing. You're going to start people saying Happy Thanksgiving, Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah, Happy New Year, and whatever else. And the first card that you get, the first holiday card that you get, you're like, oh, this is so nice. And then you get 59 of them. And then you're like, oopsie daisies, I don't like this anymore. And so, just like that becomes just like digital marketing, right? You like to see, you have to be the pioneer, and like you don't mind seeing some of the first pieces of engagement. It's the same thing with like on someone's birthday, right? You like the first 1 to 10 people who wish you a happy birthday, but then it becomes overwhelming. And now you have 227 people and you're like, I give up. I appreciate that people want to wish me a happy birthday, but this is too much now. This is too overwhelming. And the same thing happens with literally our everyday lives. And so you do not want to become camouflaged. You don't want to create campaigns that overwhelm people, because guess what will happen? You will lose. So instead, what I recommend is, sure, try out digital marketing. Sure, try out content, but also try out other things as well, right? Valpak still sends these things out. I don't know what the numbers are behind them, but I know that Google still sends out mailers, and Google is a pretty big business, right? Walmart still advertises in mailers. Why do you think that happens, right? Some of the biggest brands in the world still send out mailers. Why? Because they have to get someone's attention. And as crazy as it seems, and as digital and as obsessed that people are with these things, and which is a cell phone, you have to just think about it from a strategic standpoint, that what can I do to make sure I get someone's attention? And if that means you got to mail something to someone, you have to spend $1 to get in their mailbox, and then it turns into $1,000, $10,000, $100,000, $50, those are pretty good odds. Those are pretty good conversions. If you can turn $1 on that specific one and turn it into $50. Now, depending on how many you have to spend, yes, I know, you have to figure out those rates. But don't just do digital ads. Try a plethora of different campaigns and see what works for you. Oftentimes, the campaigns and strategies that work the best are the ones that are a little unorthodox, like my beard. So, this holiday season, don't do what everyone else does. And especially if you are going to start sending out cards, which I love people sending out cards, please don't just print out the cards that already have your signature on it and clearly are mass blasted, like those mass blast emails that you can't stand, or those mass blast posts that say, oh, it's Happy Bosses Day, Happy Holidays, blah, 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 blah. Those are literally just worthless marketing. If you're going to send a card, personalize it. Don't just put your name and then put their name and then sign it. Tell a little story. Make it meaningful. The more meaningful that you can be, the more impactful you will obviously be, and that person will thank you, call you, and you'll probably get the result that you want. So, if you want to get someone's attention, if you want to stand out, if you want to be the anomaly, what you have to do is think about how you can do campaigns that have nothing to do with what everyone else is doing. Because if you copy everyone else, guess what's going to happen? You're going to lose. And I don't think you like losers. So don't do what everyone else is doing. And recognize that sometimes you have to do things that used to seem really popular that maybe went away and are now popular again. And things that get in mailboxes, I think that they're a lot more popular than people want to admit. That's all I got. Deuces. Do things that are different.